Hi, welcome to a video made by a blind person. Yeah, too blind to care what the visuals look like. Good morning, everyone. I don't know what kind of vlog this is going to be. I don't know if I'm even going to see it through, but I'm going to at least start it, I guess. I thought about doing this, and I've kind of gone back and forth. Do I want to do it? Don't I want to do it? I was like, yeah, I'll just start it. So I don't know how many days past my birthday it's going to be when you actually see this, but it is my birthday as I do this vlog. And I know some people take their birthday off, and I might do that sometime in the course of the rest of my life, but I decided not to do that today. But I'm kind of doing some other things. First of all, you get a free something on your birthday anyway at Starbucks, so I'm here. And I'll be taking myself out to dinner tonight. That's another reason why I came here this morning. My bank's right next door, and I sort of don't think the cash that I have is gonna get me a good dinner. I'm gonna have to run to the ATM. And if you wonder, how does a blind person use an ATM? Well, I can't really demonstrate it because it's all done through earphones, and I don't know how to put a recorder kind of near an earphone so that you could hear it. But there are talking ATMs which let you do that. And I don't know if this is an option at every bank in the world, but the ATMs at my bank have this feature where you can hide the visual screen so people can't see what's going on. And I always opt to do that. So I don't know how much I'm actually going to vlog today, but I thought I'd at least start it and just kind of see what happens. Worst case scenario, I don't see it through and you might not see it, but I do want to get back into vlogging, and I actually created a few vlogs already, one of which I'm determined to put up, but honestly I haven't edited any of them. I actually was so frustrated. I started editing. I think I might have even had that one just edited, and then in a moment of carelessness I deleted it instead of, no, I had not the whole thing edited, I had part of one edited, but it still was quite a bit of work. And I'm trying to get a particular file out of the folder, so, you know, because I don't need that anymore. And what do? They both had the same beginning of a title. I deleted one and not the other. I meant to delete the other. I deleted all the work I'd done. I was like, dang! I was like, let me just walk away from this. For right now, anyway, and then I never came back to it, but I intend to go back to it, redo what I did, and finish what I did, because that one of all vlogs I intend to put up. Okay, I'll be back later. What's the difference between the 10, the 10R, the 10S? I mean, obviously the 10 and the 10R, I mean, obviously the 10 is different than the 10R or the 10S, but what's the 10S and the 10R? Well, if I could get on the internet and find out, or go back to the Apple Store, although going to the Apple Store is more of an ordeal than it should be. Apparently it's freaking possible to find a place to park there. So my friend who takes me to a lot of places when he has the chance when I asked him about that this weekend, he said it's just too. First of all, I only go there if I truly have to. Secondly, if I do go there, I don't drive it. I do our version of the light rail, basically, which, if someone wants to let me hold their elbow and walk me through that, I will do it. But it's just the whole point that doing it that way takes an hour to get, like, from our area to there and back, and that's just too much time, certainly, to ask him to sacrifice. I said, it's alright, I'll do it myself. So I went there this weekend to treat myself to a new iPod, and what an adventure that was. First of all, I used the wrong rideshare service and kind of had an experience that reminded me of why the other one is the best way to go. Yeah, for me there is such a thing as a right and a wrong. I mean, I've had okay experiences with this one that I used on Saturday, but the bad experience that I had with them on Saturday reminds me of why it's really best to just not risk it and use the other one that has an option to specifically say, I want a driver who knows how to deal with the disabled. And so anyway, I took the wrong ride service in, and if it had not been for Ira, which is a virtual assistant service which, through an app and special technology, connects sighted people who have been trained to say what blind people need to say to explain what's around them, or to explain, based on what they're looking at, how to get to a place, or explain whatever it is that they need to explain. Thanks to Ira, I was able to get where I needed to go in spite of the lack of help from the driver. But then I get in there, and Anne is not the name I was born with. My ID has the name I was born with. Somehow, I don't think I introduced myself as Anne. I think I introduced myself as my real name. But somehow, the over-the-phone order I placed, when I called on Friday to ask, okay, do you even have one of those in stock? Because I'm not going to go down there just to find out that you don't have one. It's not a matter of just jumping in the car and driving spontaneously to where I want to go. I'm not going to go to the trouble to go all the way down there just to find out. It's not an extremely long trip, but there's a lot. There's getting the ride service. There's connecting with the ride service. There's going in there. There's making sure I get into the building, maybe with the driver's help, hopefully with the driver's help. If not, Ira will do it. I'm not going through all that only to find out that you don't have what I'm looking for. So I ordered it over the phone, and somehow the person who took my order, I don't know if the person who took my order screwed up or what, but somehow Anne was on the order as the person that was picking it up. So that led to having to call the online store and saying, somehow my nickname ended up on this order, and that's not what my ID says, so they can't give it to me. How can we take care of this? And after a bit of working on their end, we were able to take care of it. I was able to walk out with it, although setting it up took longer than I expected it to. Yeah, that was kind of an interesting situation. I should have, right before I ordered the correct ride service, which I had not done, I should have called them and just said, do you have them in your store right now? If I come in half an hour or 15 minutes, however long it takes me to get in there, are you going to have one that I can buy? And if they didn't, I would have gone another day. If they did, I would have gone in 15 minutes later and just walked out with it. Online orders or over-the-phone orders seem like an easier alternative at the time, but sometimes they turn out to be a pain in the butt anyway. So anyway, I was able to get it, and I'm happy about that, but yeah, that was quite the ordeal. And was I going somewhere in particular when I started this conversation? Oh, I was saying, what's the difference between an iPhone 10, a 10R, a 10S? I could have asked them at the Apple store, but I didn't because I wasn't really interested at the moment. I was too concerned with getting what I needed and getting this silly glitch taken care of. And I don't really plan to go back to the Apple store anytime soon, so I'm just curious what the difference is. Not that I really want a 10, especially when the 10 doesn't have a home button, from what I'm hearing. You know, I know latest and greatest and best can sometimes be better, but once you're used to one way of doing things, I mean, if it's not broken, why fix it? I don't know why they got rid of the home button. Or the earphone jack, for that matter. You know, those weren't broken. Why'd you go fix them? Oh well. I'm sure there's plenty of people watching that would say, maybe they quote-unquote weren't broken, but I'm glad they fixed them. Well, we all have a right to our own opinions. Alright, I'm going to believe the best. I'm just going to believe the best. I'm going to get a door-to-door transit driver who's actually going to know how to get to my workplace. I have been able to get those for the past several days. I'm choosing to believe my luck is going to hold up at least for today. I wish they would get their site evaluation done so that the drivers would have clear instructions. But I'm just going to believe that on this of all days, we are going to get to work smoothly. Well, if nothing else, there's going to be plenty of time. They're going to show up at 8:04 to pick me up, and I don't really have to be there till... Well, I don't have to be there till 10, but I tell them 9:30 because I want to allow for junk to happen, but I'm going to believe that junk's not going to happen. Not today. Come on. Not today. Alright, I have
7:43 a.m.
15 minutes to run to the ATM, get what I need, come back. Well, I have a little bit more than that. It's 8:04, that's when they're expected to come. And of course, the E in ETA does stand for estimated. It could be like 8:15 before they show up. But if they do show up at 8:04, I want to be here when they show up. But it's probably going to take me 5 minutes, probably, maybe less, to go do what I need to do. Okay. Okay.
7:53 a.m. One notification.
I've got about 10 minutes. Did what I needed to do, got back to Starbucks with 10 minutes to spare. Good deal. Like I said, the E in ETA stands for estimation. They said 8:04. It's 8:11. They're not here yet. They're not that late, but I just would like them to get here so I can get this part over with. The part where I'm waiting to connect with them and hoping they're not going in the other door. And I mean, that usually doesn't happen a whole lot, but I just have this underlying fear with this particular door-to-door transit service. Well, with any door-to-door transit service, I guess, but especially this one. That, I mean, the way these people work is they'll show up, they'll wait for 5 minutes, they'll try to connect with you for 5 minutes. If that 5-minute mark has passed, they'll go on without you. You're screwed. And given that I work, if I go straight there, it's about a 20-minute commute. When I'm going to work via Uber, that's easily $20 to $25 one way. And I probably could do it if I had to, but I'd rather not have to. But it did work out. I did get into the vehicle, and now all I gotta do is get to work, and the rest of the day should be okay. Well, if it couldn't go as smoothly as I would have liked it to, at least it worked out more easily than it sometimes does. And I did get here with
8:59 a.m.
an hour to spare, but still. Call customer service.
Calling customer service. Work.
You know, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, or whatever that phrase is. They might get sick of hearing from me, but it's times like this that remind one of why what I'm asking them to do needs to get done. This is why I don't like taking this door-to-door transit service, and I have to take them again tomorrow. I have to take them more often than not. This other ride service does not have the capacity to take me in the morning very much right now. I know you've heard from me quite a bit about this, but the squeaky wheel gets to the grease, I guess, and I just want to reiterate that my workplace, I know that a site evaluation is a process and can't be expected to be done immediately, but please do get it done, because there was confusion again this morning. Fortunately, I had coworkers then I had a coworker that just said, "Do you want me to just take you where you need to go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, since you know where I need to go, I might as well just let you do it." But the whole point is there is a particular door that they need to drop me off at, and they need directions on how to get there, or what that door looks like, or something, because there's 4 doors. And I mean, last time I did a status check, it was still kind of on the list of site evaluations to do, and I just want to, I guess, reiterate that, you know, these things are happening that remind one of why it needs to get done. It's actually been working out pretty well until today, but that's just random luck of the draw, I think. I think up until today I've just happened to have had drivers that have been there before or something. This guy's never been here. And even now, you know, if he was asked to take me back here, I'm not confident that he would, you know, he still doesn't know where to go. I had a coworker save the day here. All right, thank you. Bye. Okay. That I could have lived without, but it happened, it's over with. The rest of the day should be okay. The rest of the day should be great, really. I like my job, and then I'm going to go home for a little while, get some dinner. I'm not meeting anyone, but I'm kind of taking myself out to dinner, and it's going to be a good day. One of these years, I bet I just plain take today off because I don't want to deal with that. Although, if I'm still fighting with this door-to-door transportation a year from now about, are you guys ever going to get a site evaluation done and write clear directions for these drivers about what entrance to stop at and drop me off instead of all the other ones? Let's just say that's not going to happen. In the next few months, I would hope, if not the next few weeks, they are going to get the site evaluation done. And this is just going to plain stop happening because I'm not going to want to deal with this for the duration of my career here. That's why I called them in the first place and said, what can we do to stop these drivers from getting confused and dropping me off at the wrong place or spending forever trying to figure out how to even find the place? And they said, well, we can do a site evaluation. Well, that was going on 2 months ago, which might be to be expected, but I'm going to check in with them every week until it gets done because I'm willing to work here for many years, not put up with this trouble with door-to-door transit for that many years. But let's put that behind us and get on with the day. Okay, it is the end of the work day. This vlog is going to be the tiniest vlog. Okay, I'm home for about an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, I'm at the restaurant. Not that there's much to vlog, but I'm here. It's
6:18 p.m.
6:18. I've still got an hour to be here because my window to go home is not until 7:30 to 8. I didn't really think I wanted that, but by the time stuff gets here, that'll actually probably be for the best. Here it is, November 19th. I wonder what day it's going to be when you actually watch this. Meaning, what day is it going to be when I actually edit it? I mean, something tells me when I get home, I'm not going to want to edit. This is part of the problem. Editing, I mean, it's easy to just merge a file together, but if I just merge it all together, like, as a one take, essentially, first of all, it'll be way too long. Secondly, I mean, no, you need to edit. That's just part of being a vlogger, and I'm gonna have to get used to that. I'm not promising to edit it tonight, but I'm saying it's probably gonna be, I've already got a video set up for Thanksgiving. I just need to write a description for it. I don't know if I'll end up putting this up the Thursday after or if I'm going to throw one up, just a bonus one. I'll tell you this for sure. I wouldn't count on seeing it like later on tonight. I think it's going to be at least tomorrow, if not later. I mean, there ain't no way I'm going to go home and edit all of this tonight, especially when it could be as late as 8 o'clock when my ride even shows up. And then you got to keep in mind, tomorrow's a work day. Even though I've got the latest lift window I can probably ever have, if they gave me anything later than 8:40 to 9:10, I'd be like, I said I wanted to be there at 9:30. Can you really pull that off? You know, like I've said before, I say 9:30 not because I really must be there at the stroke of 9:30, but because I want to allow time for this shit to happen where they drive all over the place, can't figure out where the hell to go to find the building, or we walk all over the building because we can't figure out which one of the 4 doors to go to. And I want to allow for that to happen and still get to work on time. How come my luck had to run out today? Well, the good news is I'll either have another experience like that tomorrow or I won't. Hopefully I won't. And then I don't have to worry about it again for the rest of the week, because Wednesday, for once in their lives, the preferred door-to-door transit service, who actually knows how to do this, is able to take me in and take me home. And then I'm off work for the rest of the week. We observe both Thanksgiving and Black Friday as a holiday. So I don't have to go to work either of those days. I'll be using door-to-door transit on Friday, no doubt about it, but we'll be going to locations that they know how to get, like Walgreens or Starbucks or my bank, or, I'll have plenty of business to do, but I'm going to be doing stuff on Friday, but, and I'm going to be using door-to-door transit to do it, but it's places that they can imagine how to get there and not, like, be all over the place trying to figure out where in the world to go. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this steak dinner and not worry about anything. Okay, so I'll be back later. I'm not gonna actually do a mukbang here, because every time I've done one in the past, it got flagged as something's in here that shouldn't be. So I'm not going to do that, and I'm sure you don't want to sit here and listen to me just chomp, so. I don't know what else this vlog's going to hold, but see you later. Do you believe in Black Thursday? I don't really. It's Black Friday. It's always been Black Friday. Thursday, it's always been Thanksgiving Thursday, Thanksgiving, they do Christmas music before you've even had a chance to put the Thanksgiving turkey on the table. It's like, really? And, I said something about that at my ex-job at the pizza place. And she's like, my manager or my coworker, I forget who it is, but somebody said, well, what Thanksgiving music is there to play? And I'm going, well, I guess you got a point there. Some artist needs to take that on. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and close out this vlog now, I think. Thank you for watching. Check out Ira if you're blind or visually impaired. Sign the Do Not Demonetize petition if it makes you as angry as it makes me that you could publish all the YouTube videos in the world, but without a YouTube celebrity status, you cannot monetize your videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.